So, I'm going to show you the 4 pieces of software we use internally on our SaaS that are responsible for multiple 7 figures. And if you own a SaaS right now, or if you want to get into the SaaS space, if you don't use these 4 pieces of software, well, you're just going to get left behind. So I want to go over what these are, how we use them internally, and how you can use them too. So with that being said, let's just get straight into it and jump inside my magic whiteboard. Let's go. All right, we're here. Let's go over the 4 tools. Now, here's some quick proof. We make 4 figures a day. This is the euro symbol because our Stripe account is in euros. So there we go, 4 figures a day. Now, let's start with the first one. I think you can probably guess what this one is, but it's called Notion. And we use this for task management. And let me show you what ours looks like. I'll have to blur a bunch of stuff right here because it's like internal info. But on here, you see we have the marketing workbook and you can change things around from in progress to waiting, right? And this allows me and the team to know, okay, what's being working on, what's not being worked on, what's done, right? And we can click into these individual tickets and see, okay, what's this about? For example, this was, we wanted to set up a new email marketing software, which switched from MailerLite to Customer.io. And right here, like there's a loom here, there's a bunch of like in-depth stuff of what I wanted the developer to do. So this is the marketing board. I put stuff here for the developer team to do, right? And I put this here, I say, hey, listen, I want to change to Customer.io. Here's what I need to get done. Do this, right? Here's how to do it. Bam, get it done, right? And of course, it was here previously when I started, you put it in progress, then you put it in done. It's basically it, right? We have a board for product, right? This is for product features, product bugs, what's being working on. And you'll see, right? For example, here's a bug, right? Article size not working, whatever, right? And there's priority, right? Priority P0 is the most important one. P2 is the least important one, right? It's super well organized, right? This is tagged as a bug issue, right? We have improvement tickets, we have technical tickets, quick wins, research. So all this is mega organized. So when you wake up or when you want to get stuff done, when you want to see what the team is working on, when you want to see what's been done, right? You go here and you see, okay, this is being done. This is in the backlog. This is ready to go. This is in progress. This is waiting. Why is this in the waiting? For what reason is it in waiting? Then you check the comments, say, okay, this is in waiting because this, and that, right? So it's basically an overhead view of your business. So Notion is great for this. And this Kanban style, which allows you to switch things around from different places to different places, is amazing, right? For team management. It's great, right? You should not be using a Telegram or Slack for management, okay? You should use those for communication. Notion is great. I think it's free as well, by the way. So this is what we use for product management. And it's fantastic, right? It allows us to be organized. It allows us to know what's being worked on, right? Set priorities, set comments, put things in super detail. And that's what allows us to move forward, right? Task management. If you don't know what's being worked on, how do you know like what's happening with your software, right? So key there. Then speaking of communication, of course, Slack, right? Slack, I mean, is the best one. You can use Microsoft Teams, but Slack is great, right? Slack is the best thing, and I'll open it up right here so you can see. Again, I'll have to blur out a bunch of stuff, but we have all these different channels, like the UX channel, for example, the marketing channel, the research channel, the support channel. I'm going to click on this one right here, which is the support channel, right? We talk about a bunch of stuff that we're working on, like bugs, right? We talk about it's super clear, super like with threads. You can dive deep into stuff. You can link to different threads. You can click this button right here to basically start a huddle, which is like just a call, like a Zoom call or Google Meets, instantly, right? It's all communication is done through Slack. It's amazing. It's freemium, I think. And if you're not using Slack, if you're just using text messages or Telegram, I don't know, just use Slack because just the fact that you can organize this in multiple different channels, it's amazing, right? I think some of the people use Discord, but I think Slack is way, way more professional. And if and when you have to onboard some clients, like we do here, we have a couple of clients in Slack, our big boy agency clients, they're onto Slack. It's much, it's conveys a much higher perceived value to onboard them into Slack than onboarding them into Discord, in my opinion. So that's that. The third one is, and you've guessed it most likely, right? You need something to process the payment, which is Stripe, right? We use Stripe right here. And Stripe, I mean, it's great, right? It's great for getting sales, managing subscriptions. And if you want to create coupons there, you can just go into Slack, create a custom coupon, and then there you go. Stripe is the single best payment processor out there. Now, if you're selling shady stuff, most likely not good for you, right? If you're selling courses, info, maybe go for WAP. But for SaaS, real software as a service businesses, like real businesses, right? Stripe is the go-to, right? They charge the standard fee, which is like the 3%, plus they get I guess not rob you, but they get more fees here and there for currency conversion, and a bunch more other stuff. But it's around 3%. Okay, it's good. It's just the cost of doing business. So go for Stripe, apply, and there you go. And if you're a startup, there's a couple of startup grants, so you can join Stripe with this startup grant, and you get, I think, your first 100,000 or 50,000 dollars processed through Stripe at a 0% fee. So you save 3% of $100,000, which is pretty good, right? So Stripe, go for it if you have a real business. It's the best thing. It also allows you to manage disputes in case you have disputes from people disputing your SaaS payments. It's just the best, right? I mean, if you're watching this, if you're into SaaS, you know what Stripe is. And finally, this might be a bit controversial, but for banking, right? We use Wise. We went through regular classic, I just call them classic banks, right? I don't like them. They're awful because they're way behind in terms of UI and UX, which for us, it's super important, right? I want to be able to log into a bank and, be able to transfer money to this person or that business super fast. I want to be able to see my account balance. I want to be able to see, where I spent the money. And also, like, for businesses, right? When you have business expenses, right? Wise and Revolut, which was the one we used before, Revolut, right? You could just import all your invoices, and it would automatically assign all the bulk invoices you uploaded there to specific transactions, right? I haven't seen this. I live in Portugal, right? We used to use a Portuguese bank. I don't see any Portuguese bank doing this for companies, right? We moved the company to Singapore. Still, the local Singaporean bank doesn't allow you to do this. The UI is too bulky. It's just awful, right? Using these internet-first banks like Wise, Revolut, right? I think Mercury as well is the way to go. Secured funds, UI UX is great. They're reliable. Don't go for PayPal. PayPal is awful. Once they took, I think, 60K from me. Not took, but they hold 60K from me for my past software company for like 6 months, 180 days. It's insane. If we had bills to pay, which you had bills to pay, right? How did we do it? Well, I had to put in my own money. But that's a story for another time. So go for an internet-first bank, because having a good and great UI, great support is just the best thing you can go for, because you don't want to, when you're growing a SaaS, you don't want to be worried with admin stuff, right? You want the bank to be super good, super easy to use, no headaches, right? Stripe as well for payment processing is no headaches, right? You want to decrease the potential headaches you'll have with admin, because you'll always have headaches with admin, like accounting, bank transfers, all that stuff. It's a granted that you'll have them. But if you can decrease the headaches or the potential headaches this could give you, well, that's the best thing you can do. And for that, I prefer to rely on internet-first banking than the classic banks. So yeah, that's it. These are the 4 tools I use. Now, again, you can use any tools you want as long as you can get the same output, right? If you find something else for task management, great. I like to use the Kanban style. If you find something else for communication, great. You get the point, right? But these are the 4 ones I use and the ones I think you should be using as well. If you want to take your SaaS seriously, because you need something for task management. You of course need something to process payments. The bank, I would go for, when you grow, I'd go for a internet-first bank for the reason I already explained. And for communication, we strictly go to Slack via Discord just because of the perceived value Slack has. Slack has a higher perceived value in terms of the clients. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, and let me know what else you want me to record videos on, because I can record videos for whatever you want. Now, I'll leave 2 links down below in the description. The very first one is if you are at $0 in MRR, right? Just getting started, just maybe have an idea, or maybe don't even have an idea, right? It's my SaaS course that goes from idea to making money with SaaS. So if you're a pure beginner, go to that link. If you already have a SaaS that has a 1K plus MRR, well, you can apply for coaching. I'll go over and I'll work with you one-on-one for a few months in growing your SaaS, just as if you were here on my right-hand side, going over what I do to grow my SaaS and how I can help you grow your SaaS. I'll implement the processes we have on my own SaaS, whether that's for churn reduction, increasing LTV, client acquisition through paid ads, client acquisition through organic methods, email sequences. I'll let you know, and I'll guide you on what exactly I think you should do that will grow your SaaS. So one-on-one coaching, basically, I'll help you as if I was part of your team to grow your SaaS. So yeah, those are the 2 links. Check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.